everybody, it's Michelle, and I am super pumped today for a couple of reasons. One is, check that out, can you see the green? I have been suffering from what here in the southeast part of Texas is known as the crud, which is just, like snotty nose and a cough, and it's not contagious, but everybody has it. So you're like condemned if you have it because people think it's contagious. Anyways, so I've been suffering from that, I've been to doctors and blah, blah, blah. And I'm treating it with my favorite medicine, which is food. So that is my Monster Green shake. And it's basically like romaine lettuce and everything. The reason why it's so green is because it's made from everything green. It's celery, romaine, green apple. There is a banana in it. There's also half an avocado in it, which I love, a small avocado. And it doesn't taste that bad. I mean, you would kind of think that it tasted like drinking a salad, but it doesn't. I put lemon in it too, half a Meyer lemon. And you can play around with different spices. If you have ginger root, that's also great, especially if you're trying to get over said crud. So, anyways, I have more weight loss question and answers for you. And so we're going to dive right in. So, coming from the last segment where we talked about weight loss, I still had a few more questions. And one of them is, what's better for weight loss, chicken or fish? Really, it's, you need to know what works for you, because what works for some doesn't always work for others. Why do all of the competitors and, weight loss fanatics and all use chicken breast? You will not find too many diets that don't have chicken breast in it. One, it's low fat. Two, it's easily accessible. It's not something that you have to go across town to try to find. And three, and perhaps the most important, it's very affordable. Very affordable. So, adding some chicken breast, boneless, skinless chicken breast into your diet is always something that's very doable because of the cost. And I know many competitors that will sometimes eat it, 2 or 3 meals a day. And that's fine. You can't overdo on chicken. Now, fish is a little bit different. You can overdo on certain types of fish. You need to be very careful. Some of the fish have more mercury in them. And some, I know here where I live, we had like a mercury thing, where people were fishing. It's not where I, because I buy my fish at the store. That's my majority of fishing. But just be careful, with that kind of thing. If you're a big sushi fan, you want to make sure that you're going with lower levels of mercury and don't overdo. Okay, sushi every day, no, that's too much rice anyways. Fish does help cut water. So much as, like, if people are trying to lose, a certain amount of pounds, anywhere between 5 and 8 pounds in about 10 days, what they're basically trying to do is suck the water out of the muscles, which is, it's not something that I really promote to do a lot. But I have had clients who've had, photo shoots or competitions or, reunions or weddings. And, they're just trying to get that kind of leaner look in a short amount of time. And adding fish to your diet does help with that. But even then, I would say the majority or the most that I would do is about 5 to 6 days a week. So just because of the mercury, and try to stick with, I keep frozen fillets in my freezer. We want to make sure that they're wild caught, and salmon is awesome to have, whitefish, cod. Sometimes I do tilapia, sometimes, but generally, for the cut of fish, you're actually, with a whitefish or a cod. Cod is great, by the way, for those people that don't like fish because it doesn't really have a fishy taste. If you're shopping for fresh fish, by the way, it should not smell fishy. If your fish smells fishy, it's older than you want it to be. So just keep that in mind. All right, moving on. I don't like veggies. Can I still lose weight? I get this a lot. It's honestly like I'm talking to a bunch of toddlers. Like, I don't like vegetables. Learn to like them. Learn it. If you can honestly say that you have tried every single vegetable prepared every single way, then I would venture a guess as to the fact that you have no life, because that's going to take up your entire life trying to figure that out. So search recipes. Steer clear of fried vegetables. You can have sauteed vegetables, sauteed in either extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil is a great sauteing oil because it has a higher heat tolerance. So just, try it out. Try different spices. Roast your vegetables. I love roasted Brussels sprouts. They're phenomenal. Boiled Brussels sprouts make me want to gag. So, figure out what works for you. Grill them. Marinate them. You can take some thinly sliced vegetables, peppers, you can slice your tomatoes, you can toss it with some onions. You can marinate them in just some olive oil and vinegar and let them marinate for 24 hours and then just pick at them. And they're so good and they don't have kind of the gassy factor. So in order to lose weight, you have to eat vegetables. There's no way around it. You have to. So deal and move on. Eat your veggies. Let's see. Are there good, simple swaps for weight loss, nutrition wise? Absolutely. One of the biggest ones that helped me is I love coffee and I'm not going to give up my coffee. That's not happening. Steer clear of any sugars, sugary syrups and things like that. If you absolutely have to have sweetener in your coffee, go with something like Truvia or stevia, all natural stuff. I don't do flavored creamers, and I know I'm going to get some hate mail over this one because it's the holiday season and they have all these flavored creamers out and they're all cute and they taste so good. And but it's just a little. I only put like this much when you're, like going 1, 2. Okay, it's no. Steer clear of the flavored creamers. I do an organic half and half, and that's, because it gives my coffee some body to it. I like my coffee like I like my little girl, blonde, and so it gives it some body without all of the added calories. And yeah, because some people go, oh, but half and half has fat. Well, the junk that you're putting in your coffee has a lot of additives and nasty stuff that makes your fat cells hold on to fat. So if you're giving them fat that they actually recognize as a usable fuel source, then they'll do something phenomenal and they'll use it. So that's one of my major swaps. You can also swap out fattier cuts of meat for leaner cuts of meat. That always helps. Honestly, if you're going to for a steak dinner, your best cut of meat is the smallest, the filet mignon. Okay. You can swap out, don't do butter, do half oil, half applesauce if you're baking, things like that. If you are going to eat, sweet treats and stuff, don't go sugar-free, don't go fat-free. Just limit your portions. That honestly is the key. And then what else? No sugary fruit juices. Go for the all natural fruit juices if you have to. Like if you want to keep orange juice on hand, for the time of the crud, then keep your orange juice, but make sure that it's lower in sugar and it's all natural. See, easy stuff. Oranges are very sweet by themselves. If you're a sweet tooth person like me, keep some fruit on hand, keep some dried fruits, just all natural dried fruits. And you want to make sure, if you pull the dried fruit out of the bag and it's like coated in white stuff, that's sugar. So put it back in the bag, zip the bag up, throw it away. Don't even give it to the needy because they don't need it either. All right, so what else? Does shopping count as cardio? No, you're fooling yourself. And I do a lot of shopping. And I get stuck behind people who count their shopping as cardio and they're like strolling along with their bestie and gossiping and talking. Yeah, I'm the one behind you that's exasperated and about to shove you down in the middle of the mall. So no, shopping does not count as cardio. The malls are usually too crowded this time of year. You can't really get a good go. So just, wake your butt up earlier, do your cardio. Gosh, people. Should I take a fat burner, and if so, which one? Fat burners, and I'm going to start a segment on this next week for just supplementation. Fat burners really and truly were not designed for the overweight. That's who they're marketed to a lot, but they weren't designed for that. They're designed for, I know a lot of competitors that take them, and it's not to lose fat. Most of the competitors don't have a ton of body fat to lose. What it is there is so much demand placed on the body during these workouts and with a very strict diet, because a lot of competitors will go through a phase during their competition training where they're not eating a lot of carbohydrates, which is your body's number one fuel source or preferred fuel source, and then you'll start to get that foggy mind. And fat burners were designed, they usually have a ton of caffeine in them, and it's designed to give you like a quick little mental boost. if you're starting out, you're just trying to lose weight, steer clear of them because they will mess with your metabolism, they'll mess with your hormones, things like that. Always, I mean, if you're thinking of starting one, check with your nutritionist, check with your doctor. Just make sure, because if you have any pre-existing heart conditions, it's really not good to have them. They're just because of the stimulant factor. Final question. What is your favorite holiday food? Oh my goodness. I used to have a lot of favorite holiday foods, but now, honestly, I have one that I love, and I do indulge in during the holidays. I'll even show you. It's not all wrapped up. It's not in its Christmas dress, but check it out. That, my friends, is a Reese's peanut butter cup. I don't like the big ones. I don't. This, like these, this, and I don't like the miniature ones either. I tried, then they're bleh. This is the perfect ratio of chocolate to peanut butter. Really and truly, anything chocolate peanut butter, I love, love, love. So, I just think that this is like nature's miracle food. It's awesome. And, I do indulge in these quite a bit during the holidays. I just try to keep my portions, you know. I know I can have like, you know, maybe 2 a day. And that's what I do. You know, 2 a day. And I make sure that I enjoy it. So here's to you and your healthy holidays. If you have any comments or any more questions that you want me to answer, leave it in the comments below, or you can email me at michelle@michellecfitness.com. And I hope that you have some healthy holidays ahead.